Did you know they've actually already got a Series 14 Wikipedia page up on the main Doctor Who data core?
Um, I think you mentioned it, but I haven't read through it properly.
I've sent you the link. Look at this. Look
Okay.
at. I just find this funny, honestly, that this is already up, considering where we are right now. But just look at that page and look at the rumours section.
I mean, people do put things up, or like it's like if they find a crumb of information, they're like, "Oh, make a page." Look at the rumours.
Yeah.
Oh. Rose again. Okay. Sure.
Oh,
why
God,
not?
just leave her alone. Poor girl. But yeah, these rumours.
Well, I mean, thing is though, she might be in season 13 if the multiverse theory comes about. But if they do alternate universes, that's where she is. So maybe, but it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do see why people would think this, considering we've got Russell returning, and from the implications of how this season they could be exploring, it makes sense. Someone would draw that conclusion, but I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like it would. There's no need to do it at this point.
I mean, she could be in the 60th, because she was in the 50th. And if Russell T Davies is doing that, then maybe.
There's a definite probability that she will be in the 60th, but a part of me almost doesn't want her to be in it, because she had a very important role in the last 50th, in the last anniversary special, and even though she wasn't Rose Tyler technically, I think that worked to its advantage, because it focused on the present story that they was telling, which was about Gallifrey, and I like the idea that Billy Piper got to do something other than playing that character again. It was playing a different character who happened to
it was playing an omniscient god, essentially.
Yeah, and I think it was a lot more of an interesting exploration, and I think it was just fun for the actress, I guess. But I mean, again, the chips are all there for them to bring Rose back in the 60th, and maybe even in this season. But I do think that it's also not really needed, because again, I could just be saying this because I'm not the biggest fan of Rose, mostly in the last few years, because of how I've kind of. I guess that's not even fair to say. I think it's more to do with the fact that I just don't like how the trope of falling in love with the Doctor has become such a thing now. That it's become boring, and Rose was the first. And I'll give them this. I still think that was a necessary storyline for them to explore, and I enjoyed it at the time. I still have a strong appreciation for it, because it definitely improved the storytelling of Doctor Who and for the Doctor as well, character-wise. But I also do feel like it became a bit of a detriment, because subsequent story ideas, explorations of the Doctor's romantic side, a lot of it was a hit or miss sometimes, and I feel like I kind of want them to get away from that, and and they don't need to bring this character back, especially also when she also had such a definitive end for her character. If you get what I mean?
Sure. Well, I mean, she does, and it is very poignant. But they did leave it open for more stories with her, because she's with the Meta Crisis Doctor, and they're on a parallel universe, and they could be doing their own monster hunting or whatever. So they could bring her back, and it wouldn't be like series 1 or 2 Rose where it would take away from that story, because it could just be whatever she's doing in modern day, and they can get Dave Tennant back as well. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If it happens, I won't be fully against it. It really depends what they end up doing. I guess I'm more just against it at the moment because of the current era that we're in. Because I feel like how they brought back Jack in series 12. I mean, for God's sake, the guy doesn't even get killed. That's one of his signature things with his character.
He was a bit of a cartoon character version of Jack. He wasn't Jack Prime.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, he was the best bit out of that series, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was the best bit, and he wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
And now he's not going to be in a Doctor Who ever again. Is he? Because he got his out.
Jesus, mate.
Well, he did. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's not true. I hope he can come back at some point. But god damn it, it's like this entire era has been shit, and I just do like anything. Even with this thing with Rose, even though I'm not, she's not one of my top characters. I would honestly not want her to come back and be chipnified because I just feel like anything that the Chibnall touches in this era that has anything to do with the past that's been good or okay. And even if I don't like certain things about it, there's a interesting idea hidden somewhere within it. If he touches any of that, I just know he's going to fuck it up somehow.
Sure. I mean,
so I guess
this is a rumor for Series 14, so maybe if she doesn't come back in Series 13, at least it'll be Russell T Davies who can I was going to say control her. That sounds wrong. Who writes for her and he will control her every move.
So yeah, I guess closing off with these little rumors, it's fun. I mean, one of the, you can clearly tell one of them was done before Jodie even debuted as the Doctor. So yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of how old that rumor is. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I can see the potential of either of these possible rumors happening and coming to fruition. I mean, again, we are approaching the 60th anniversary soon. We're approaching a new era. So there's a lot of potential for stuff that could happen. But if I had my 2 cents on it, I would say I would rather neither of these rumors be true. I'd rather both of these rumors not be true. Mostly because I think I went into a bit of a rant already explaining why I don't think Rose should return. And also I just think that, I mean, if anything, the Matt Smith one has to happen just for the 60th. And then that's it. Or if they somehow end up surprising us and they do end up doing a full season before the 60th, they can maybe do something that leads into the 60th with multiple Doctors, which would be quite cool. But yeah, I'd rather not. let's focus on what's going to happen in this season before we even jump the gun of potential next season spoilers, I guess.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. We're not going to get another series until 2023, maybe. So that's quite a while away. When's the 60th?
The 60th will be 2023 November.
Oh yeah, so we might not even get a series. Yeah, well, probably 2024 then when Series 14 will come out. So that's ages.
Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but I have a little prediction for what they could do if they ended up deciding to go with a series beforehand, which I think would be the best thing to do. And what I think they should do is that we're going to find out who the next Doctor is either end of this year or maybe early next year, as whenever. At the moment they confirm it, of course, but I think the moment we know who the next Doctor is, they have the potential to start filming as early next year. So I think if they were to film a full series next year, then we could easily have a full series of Doctor Who maybe debuting around April in 2023, and that gives us a full series, them a full year, and us a full year to look forward to a new season, and then the 60th. And yeah, Bob's your uncle, we've got a great setup for the new Doctor to have stretched their wings for a bit before we even see them celebrate the anniversary years. And yeah, I think that would be a great way to go around it.
I mean, I think that would be a good way of doing it, but that'd be ideal. But if they've said, I don't know, they might change their minds. But if they've said that it will be 60th and then some series, then I doubt we're going to get anything until then. But also, hopefully, it will. If there is a big like a long gap before Russell T Davies does anything, hopefully he can come up with some really interesting stories that he might have like mulling in his brain. So like maybe, with the preparation, he can bring in like really really good storytelling, and some good episodes in his brain box for this new series. With just some preparation.
Yeah, let's hope he gets his brain box working, because I think we're going to need it.